What up, people? I need to ask a question. Hey, I appreciate a lot of y'all that responded to me, and especially Rona Donna and all of them out there back home in New York. You know, I'm just so confused right now, but um, it hurts. It hurts a lot because I was lied on, I was betrayed. There's not the truth in her whatsoever. And oh, by the way, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. That's my constitutional rights. So anyway, y'all all know that I was married for 18 years. I had a good marriage, loved my wife, treated her like a queen. I treated her real good. You know, never abused her, never mistreated her, never took her for granted like she did to me. She has abused me, assaulted me. She tried to kill me. She tried to intentionally infect me with AIDS. Yet she gets away with it. But everything she's saying to people is a total lie. She doesn't even know the truth if it bites her. You know, she doesn't know the truth if it bites her. And that's scary when a person cannot take responsibilities for their actions. She always want to blame everybody else, but doesn't want to blame herself. You know, I watch the news a lot and all of these shows where the woman always wants to blame someone else, you know, why they're out there prostituting and everything else. No, you chose to do that. You chose to put that drink in your hand. You chose to put those drugs in your body. Nobody chose that but you. But nobody in society can take the blame for themselves. They always want to blame someone else. And that's scary. That's really scary. You know, that's really scary. I've never assaulted my wife, never hurt my wife, but she assaulted me. She tried to kill me. She pushed me down the stairs. She stabbed me. She cut me, you know. And the people, what is so ironic is that the people I sent copies to that I know, you know, of the restraining orders on both of us and stuff, they're reading hers and they're reading mine. And I'm like, wait a minute. You was married 18 years to her. Yep. When did you abuse her? We know better than that. Thank you. But that's the way the system is. They'll put in there that you abuse them and she'll lie on a legal document, which nothing happens. But let someone else lie on a legal document, a male, then you'd be charged with perjury. Okay, then you'd be charged with perjury. That's unfair. That's really unfair. She's been setting me up since January when she attacked me. It hurts so much because I love the hell out of my wife. I loved my wife dearly. She was my world, my only family. You know, and one thing I'm going to tell y'all people, man, it's good to have family. You have to have your family there with you. You have to, you know, especially on a time like this, you know, because it hurts. It hurts when you get lied to. It tears you apart when you love someone so much, and because you bust them cheating, you get lied on. You know, you get lied on. I've asked her, what have I done for you to hate me so much? Is it because you got busted? Admit it. Just admit your mistakes, you know, and stop blaming me. I always told her, I never gave you AIDS. Go after the ones that gave you AIDS. Stop taking it out on me. Stop taking your hate out on me. I was there for you. But when you turn around and you assault me and you yell at me and cursing me out, call me every dirty name in the book you could think of, and then you tell me as you're doing this that I want you to catch AIDS and die like me, I am terrified. I am terrified. You know, and it hurts a lot because it shows her true colors. There was never no love there for me. There was never no love there for me. I used to ask her, why did you marry me? She threw in my face, because I loved you. Because I love you. No, why did you marry me? Because I love you. You know, and I know she's probably telling other people, oh, I only just said that to him. Shut him up. She's dishonest. She's not loyal. She doesn't even know the truth if it bit her in the face, but yet she gets away with all of this. Even in the divorce, she gets away with everything, and it's unfair. It's truly, truly unfair. You know, I can understand if I was an abusive person. Yeah, I can understand that. But I have never abused my wife. She cursed me out, I curse her out. She calls me names, I call her names. You know, so there will be criminal charges filed because this is unfair. This is truly unfair, what she's done to me. And to lie on a divorce, that's the funny thing. Only if the courts really cared about the truth. We have plenty of opportunity, like Terry told us, plenty of opportunity. Now, this is an attorney. You know, you have plenty of opportunity. If you want to get a divorce, I'll do it for $800. But you have to come to agreement. We come to agreement. She goes out the next day drinking with Sue. Comes home, she don't want to agree to nothing. 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 But yet, that was a verbal agreement. That was a verbal agreement. Verbal agreement. You know, so I've been getting a lot of calls. Never got calls like this before. 18 years of marriage. All of these calls started coming after she booked out April 7th. Sue helped her move out and everything. We got pictures of that and everything. Everything's on video. You know, strong arm robbed by a deputy with a badge. My wife was his accomplice. They took everything out of my wallet. She took everything. She took everything out of my wallet. Tore up our wedding pictures. She took everything. If that's not hate, I don't know what you call hate, but this is straight hate. Hate, retaliation, and revenge for something I've never done to this woman. Straight hate. I did not ask you to attack me, yell at me, and say you want me to catch AIDS like you and die like you. This is straight hate. So to her, this is a big joke, a big game. And it's unfair. It's unfair. It's really unfair. I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad. I'm hurting real bad. You know, we can't even come to an agreement because she doesn't want to come to an agreement. She don't want to come to an agreement. Like she told me and Terry, she ain't gonna come to nothing, man. Nothing. Nothing. And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. See, I'm gonna ask you gentlemen out there this question again. What would you do if you were so abusive? You walk in the bedroom, you see your wife butt naked, Skyping some guy, showing her body. She says, oh, I met him online. Oh, he got out of jail. Oh, he works for AutoZone. Oh, he's a friend. Do you let your women show their bodies to other friends? Butt naked. If I was so violent, I would have done something right then and there. If I was so violent, and that's common sense, that's knowledge, that's reality. If I was so violent, I would have hurt her right then and there. If I was so violent, I wouldn't have given a damn about no law. Because if I was so violent, I would have hurt her right then and there. But everybody that knows us, that knows me, know that I'm not violent towards a woman. They all know that. That's why they don't even believe nothing that she puts in the paperwork, because they all know that it's all lies. They all know that, oh, you was truly in love with your wife. Yes, I was truly in love with my wife. Under no circumstances, I was truly in love with my wife. When I said to her, let's get a divorce, she didn't want it. She was in Korea. So we agreed. She says, let's go to marriage counsel. Okay, let's go to marriage counsel. But suppose if the marriage counsel said, well, we got a divorce. We got to get a divorce. So then we'll go for it. But you have to be honest. You cannot just blame me. You have to be, you got to tell a marriage counselor everything. You have to tell a counselor everything. You just cannot lie on me. You have to be honest. If you're not honest, then there's no sense to going. And that's why she didn't want to go to marriage counselor. That's why she didn't want to see a shrink, because she cannot be honest with herself. She cannot tell the truth. The truth cannot come out of her mouth whatsoever, under no circumstances. But it's funny. When a man goes through a divorce, whether it's his fault or her fault, it's always the woman has to be an ass. Yes, I was happy she got served the divorce papers, but yet I was also sad because I cannot get back the 18 years of my life that I spent with her. I cannot keep my wife out of my mind because I was in love with my wife. I set the pot of coffee still. And it hurts. Last night, hey, babe, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, oh my God, she's not even here. When she said she wanted to move, I said, okay, let's give this time, a couple of months, save up, and we'll move. I bent over backwards. I turned around and suffered just to make her happy. I suffered just to make her happy. But yet she gets away with all of this. Stopped me, bent up my leg. But she stopped everything. She just strong arm robbed me too. It hurts. It hurts a lot. It's not right. It's not right. And then what's so funny is they say, I'm not seeing no one else, but yet you all over Facebook and Instagram with pictures with other guys and other women. So you went back to sleeping with women and guys. Why is it that you could destroy me, but I can't destroy you? Where's the logic in that? Where is the logic in that? The law says equal rights. That's what the law says, equal rights. She should not have no more rights than I have. She committed fraud, false testimony on application to get my name off of a title of a vehicle that we financed. She paid off her credit card bills and took everything else out of the bank, left me with nothing. I had to get rid of my wedding band just to get food. Left everything else at the house. Everything was thrown out. It's not my fault. It's your fault. You chose this route. I didn't. You chose to assault me on the 7th. You chose to lie on me on the 7th. You chose this route. I didn't choose this route. You're coming home with alcohol all over your breath. I didn't choose this route. Because I don't drink, now all of a sudden that's a problem. You chose this route. You chose the route, not me. You choose to destroy me. You choose to hate me. But what have I done for this hate? And you can't say nothing because I've done nothing. But stop lying on me. Because when a person lies on me, it really gets to me where I'm going to do something. Stop lying on me. Stop lying to this new person. I don't care. I hope you both drop dead. One thing you have taught me, Margaret Melillo, is hate. That you have taught me. Nothing but hate. That's what you taught me. I have never hated no one in my life. Never. I've never hated no one in my life. Because if I turned around and I was subpoenaed to go on a jury trial, to be a jury member, and if there was a guy there that abused his wife or killed his wife, I couldn't find him guilty because of the hate that you put in me. Because of the hate you put in me. You turned around and you taught me and showed me what hate really is. That's what you did to me. And that's your fault, not mine, it's yours. But one day, somebody with common sense is going to see your lies. And it's going to come down so hard on you. I hope I hear about it, read about it, because I'm going to laugh. And it's going to make me feel good. But one day, you're going to get yours. If there's any such thing as karma, you're going to get yours. You will get yours. You will get yours. If there's any such thing as karma, you're going to get yours. Everybody know that we know that I was a good husband to you. You even bragged about me to so many people. There was never no abuse there. You changed from 8th Street to Faribault. You changed. Somebody says to me, why did you stay with her? Because I love her. Maybe it will work. Maybe she'll change, maybe she'll stop all of this craziness. Maybe she'll stop wanting to go out to drink, smoking weed again. But I forgot the main thing. You cannot make a hoe into a housewife. It's just like with the divorce when you were served. You called me every dirty name in the book. You got other people calling me. You got some punk calling me. Yeah, I got your wife. I'm doing this to your wife. I'm effing your wife. I'm doing this. That's fine and dandy. I know how to find whoever I want to find. That's one thing I'm good at. But y'all going to keep pushing my button? And something's going to happen. Stop letting those punks call me. The only one that has my number was you. Never got no calls like this in 18 years until after May 7th. You gave my number out. You had no right. You had no right. This is what you want. This is what we'll go for. The divorce, you got served the papers. Stay with whoever the hell you with. And be honest, I hope you just drop dead. The way you talk bad about me, I should be able to talk bad about you. You never told me you had HIV until you got sick in Minnesota in 2017 when I rushed you to the hospital. You never told me you had HIV. That's when I found out, and you know it. The truth is not in you. The truth, you don't even know the truth if it bit you in the face. The truth is not in you whatsoever. You are a liar, conniving, sneaky, no good woman is what you are. I had every right to know if you had a disease. You did not tell me until you got sick. And you didn't even tell me. The doctor told me. Then you talked to me in the hospital. When I brought you the Big Bear. Remember the Big Bear I bought you? That's when you told me everything about you. Yeah, then I wanted to just leave you. But I couldn't because I made a vow to God and to you. But those vows you made to me when we got married was all lies. That's all it was lies. That's all it was lies. That's all it was lies. You lied about everything. Everything. And on me. You lied about everything on me. And you have no right because you see now, you gave my personal information out. You gave out my Social Security number. All of that stuff. That is identity theft. And the only person that knew that stuff was you. You're the only person that knew my stuff was you. So you're going to get yours soon. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because you have no right to give Sue or anyone else my personal information. No right whatsoever. No right. No right whatsoever. And you did. And that's called identity theft. And you should be charged with that. And you will be. You will be charged with that. You will be. You will be. You will be. You'll be charged with that. If other people can be charged with it, you could be charged with it. And you have no right to give my personal information out, my Social Security number and all of that, date of birth and all of that. You had no right to do that. No right to do that. You see, you had no right to do that. None whatsoever. No right whatsoever. None. Hate is what you have for me. Hate. And that's cold. That is really, really cold. That you can have that much hate for an individual, but yet I'm not supposed to hate you back. You know, love, you never loved me. That you never did. You was never in love with me, and you never loved me. Because if you were so much of a woman, you wouldn't have been sleeping around. You wouldn't have been lying to me. None of that. And if I was so violent, if I was so abusive, I would have beat your ass when you started cheating on me, going out every night drinking. I would have hurt you real bad when I walked in on you on May 7th. And that's common sense. If I was so violent, I would have done something right then and there, but I didn't. Because I'm not a violent person towards a woman. If I was so violent towards you, and if there's anything, like I said, of karma, yours is coming, and it's coming strong. Yours is coming. You're going to get yours. May not be from me, but you're going to get yours. You're going to get yours. I'll probably hear about it on the news or see that this person's dead, and you're going to get yours. Because you are one dirty, and you can't even be in the category as a lady, because a lady wouldn't do nothing like that. So you're not even in that category. Your category is a dog, D-O-G, is the way you treated me, abused me, but you only can get away with it so far. And that's the reality part. Because there's going to be somebody out there, whether a judge or somebody out there, that's going to see all of your lies and everything. But you see, this is why you didn't want to go back to California. And like you told me, they'll believe you before they believe me. That's fine and dandy. It's just like when I asked Cherry, when you told me that Sue said that you could put a restraining order on me. And I asked Cherry, I said, I went down and I asked Cherry, I said, can she put a restraining order on me? And he goes, for what? What have you done? I'm just asking. But Terry was wrong, though. That I got to say, Terry was wrong. Because apparently you did it, you lied on it, and so Terry was wrong. You don't got to do nothing for a person to put a restraining order out on a person. You don't have to do nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So Terry was wrong on that there. You know, about you have to do something. No, you don't have to do nothing in the state of Minnesota. You know, you don't got to do nothing in the state of Minnesota for someone to put a restraining order out on a guy. You don't have to do a damn thing. You know, but my restraining order was the truth. That's just the funny part about it. Mine was the truth. Mine was the truth. I didn't want to go that route. You chose for me to go that route. I didn't want to go that route. My restraining order was the truth. You intentionally try to give me AIDS. You intentionally try to kill me. You know, mine was the truth. You know? But what the hell though, right? It's funny how you turn around and you try to get someone for no reason because you get busted. And that's a shame where y'all women can get away with that with no repercussions back. That's pitiful. How y'all women can get away with stuff like that. Just turn around and you know what? I'm gonna put a restraining order on you. They'll believe us women before they believe men. But that right there made me a believer. You endangered my life. You strong-arm robbed me with the deputy with a badge. That's the cold part, when I got robbed by the deputy with my wife. That's the cold part. That's the cold part. And yet, You'll get away with everything. Just a matter of time. That's all it takes, a matter of time. Yeah, like right here. Okay, she was diagnosed. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Okay, Mr. Melillo came in with injuries on his face, his neck. He walked into the clinic on 1/6/2020. Abuse of domestic violence upon him, an adult, me. PT has pictures and videos on his telephone from several abuse occurrences with his wife. The last was on Saturday as she tried to give him AIDS, as she had bandages on her hands with blood all over them, punched him, kicked him, bit him, yelling at him, saying, "I want you to catch AIDS and die like me." That's from the hospital. That's from the hospital. Police were called. Information was relayed, and a report was made of a domestic abuse on Mr. Melillo. We treated Mr. Melillo, and we referred him to Fairview Hospital so they could do a follow-up checkup on him because he had blood on him. I've noticed blood on him, scratches and wounds on his neck, his face, and a bite mark on his back, right shoulder. Back, right, where you bit me at. Hospital, in the hospital. But you got away with it. You got away with it. You got away with it. It's just like on 3-4, when you told me about that you was going to put a restrainer out on me because Sue told you can do that. She needs to be in jail with you. Well, I don't know if she's your love or what, but she needs to be in jail with you. You know, she needs to be in jail with you because she destroyed my marriage and you went and you listened. You listened to it because she needs money. Because she needs money. So now you're paying her rent and all of her bills and stuff. And all of that will be in court. Trust me, because all of that stuff I could subpoena. All of that stuff. You know, all of that I could subpoena. And that's the good thing about it in a criminal case. I know the criminal law. I could subpoena all of that stuff. So, you know, this is not over yet through the divorce because I got a right to sue you for every damn dime, you see. And I'm going to take that option. I'm going to take that option because what you did to me was uncalled for. Was not only uncalled for, wasn't right. You know, wasn't right. You let someone talk you into leaving me when I have done nothing wrong to you, never abused you, and yet you don't have a mind of your own. That's the bad part. I can understand if I was an abusive husband, then yes, you have jeopardized my life, endangered my life behind lies, all behind lies. This is why you didn't want to move back to California. Because in California, your ass would be sitting in jail right now. Yeah, you would be sitting in jail and you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. Because the laws are way different in the state of California. Your ass would be sitting in jail right now where you belong. That's why you didn't want to move back to California. And the funny thing is that you had every opportunity, and so did your whoever. You had every opportunity to serve me papers, and you didn't. You think this is a joke, you know, but it's no more jokes. It's no more jokes, you know. It's no more jokes. It's no more jokes. You have destroyed me. You have endangered my life. You have put false charges up on me. You have labeled me as an abusive person. And now I got to fight for my rights, my freedom. And you're wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. You are a dirty individual. But like I said, one thing you showed me was hate. You have taught me hate. That's what you showed me and taught me, is that all people from the state of Minnesota are liars. That's what you have taught me. All people from the state of Minnesota are liars. That's what you have taught me. And that's a shame. That's really a shame that you could teach someone that there, but yet you lied in my face for 18 years saying you love me. Even before all of this, when I asked you, why did you marry me? Because I love you. You said that in May, while you were setting me up. In April, while you were setting me up. Then you throw in my face. You've been sleeping around. And all I said to you is, I hope you had the decency to tell them you have HIV because you never told me. That's when you attacked me. That's when you attacked me. And you see, the funny part about it is I don't got to lie because I keep repeating my same self. So I'm telling the truth. I keep repeating the same thing. I'm telling the truth. The truth is not in you. The truth is not in you whatsoever. Whatsoever. The truth is not in you whatsoever. You have caused damages to me. And I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to do this the legal way. The legal way. You see, and let's get one thing clear here. The way you gave out my social security number to people and my information, once they get busted, trust me, they're going to give you up. Because they're not going to jeopardize their freedom for you. That nobody's going to do. They will give you up. See, that's being worked on right now. See, because you violated this law of identity theft. That's what you did. And that's no joke. And that's nobody's playing with that. You see, when you gave my personal information out to people and they just try to run credit for themselves under my social security number and stuff, and when they get busted and it comes back to you, because they're not going to go to jail by themselves for identity theft, they're going to give you up. And when I get that call from the detectives saying they got you in custody for it, I'm going to be happy because you have no right. There's no law in the United States that says that a woman that's going through a divorce behind lies has a right to give out her husband's personal information. It's like when you open up that credit card with Capital One under my name and you thought I wasn't going to find out. And you gave some credit card to some dude. See, all of that is called identity theft. Because you intentionally gave my information out to someone over internet, over a computer. That there ain't going to save you. No, that's not going to save you. That's not going to save you. You have committed identity theft. And I can't wait to see your picture and everything like that, you know? I can't wait for they to call me to tell me you're in custody. Because that's where you belong. That's where you belong. That's where you belong. With that punk deputy that strong arm robbed me. With you. You know. That's where you belong. It's a shame how the courts allow women to get away with so much against their husbands and commit perjury. But yet if a man commits perjury, he's charged with perjury. It's just like that lady that killed her husband out in Minnesota. And now they just now bringing her to Minnesota to be charged. Wow. And by the way, I have no insurance, no nothing. And what you gave me cannot be taken back. Yeah, you gave it to me. So you see, if I really hated you, the way you hate me, and if I was so violent towards you, I would have done something. I wouldn't give a fuck if there was cops there, deputy. I would have done something. You see? I would have done something. But you gave me what you want to give me, like you said. You accomplished what you want to do. But guess what? It's all gonna come back on you. It really is. It really is. Because I only fear God. You already did what you want to do to me, so the fear is there, but it doesn't matter no more. You know? It doesn't matter no more. But it's funny how a person has to go through all of this behind lies. You have no remorse. You have no nothing. You know, you're a dangerous person to everybody and everything. You did what you want to do. You did what you want to do. That you did. You know, a lot of people, they ask me, they go, but what happened? What happened, Shafiq? I don't know, man. All I know is I've never treated her bad. And everybody knows that knows us. I was always good to her. Then all of a sudden she started talking to Barney's ex-wife. You know, then all of a sudden she comes home, talks shit to me. I just ignore her. Then she attacks me. And nothing happens to her. See you in hell, because that's where you belong, in hell.